Welcome to Hunter Beyond Time and Space Chapter 32. Criminal. Actually, I didn't really mean to cut your allowance. I was just asking without thinking, Qin said, feeling a bit embarrassed. At this moment, even he himself felt a bit embarrassed. He really is crazy about money. However, Qin has realized that Li Tongyun is also suspicious of him being a time traveler. Perhaps it's because he's too interested in the inner world, always asking this and that, or maybe it's because he guessed that she is a time traveler. When he unhesitatingly said that he didn't need money from the inner world, the other party dispelled any doubts. Overall, Qin had a good harvest tonight, at least confirming Li Tongyun's identity as a time traveler. Now that he is in the struggle of the Qin family's shadow, having one more friend is better than having no friends. Although Li Tongyun is only 10 years old, she might be able to help someday. Just like when he first traveled back in time and worshipped Buddha, the preparations must be made beforehand. While Jiang Shui was still washing dishes, Li Tongyun whispered to Qin, "I don't have any pocket money in the outer world. How about you change the condition, Qin brother?" "What condition?" Qin asked. "I don't know, but you can't tell my mom." Li Tongyun lowered her voice again. "Okay, you owe me this one." Qin looked at Jiang Shui's back in the kitchen and said, "Remember to take care of your mother in the inner world. From what I hear, it's quite chaotic there." "Okay, don't worry," Li Tongyun said happily, "when you have a chance to travel to the inner world in the future, I'll protect you guys." Qin was somewhat speechless. A child's promise is so innocent and simple. He said goodbye to Jiang Shui and went downstairs. Compared to upstairs, his home seemed much quieter. No family, no one to talk to. Qin opened his phone and looked at the class group. It was still filled with meaningless discussions. In Class 3 of Grade 2, there should only be him and Nanjingchen as time travelers. He then opened Weibo and found two hot searches that were rapidly climbing. A mysterious foreign organization was offering a sky-high price to purchase mechanical limbs and future technological items from the inner world. Someone even posted a screenshot online, and the other party even listed a list of items: Nice anti-aging drugs, ED-002 genetic agents. Among them, there are even many targeted drugs for various cancers that have not yet been developed in the outer world. These future technological items all have a common feature: saving lives, prolonging life, eternal youth, and enhancing physical functions. The organization claimed that they had tested the effectiveness of the drugs, which indeed work on humans in the outer world. They even openly taught time travelers how to carry the drugs, wrap the pills in protective film and put them in the mouth, or swallow them, or insert them into the rectum. Qin frowned when he saw this. These people are using the same method as drug mules just to bring things back from the inner world. You must understand that the value of targeted drugs and anti-aging drugs is immeasurable. If a billionaire is dying of cancer and his only hope is the life-saving drug from the inner world, what price would he pay? Of course, there are many life-saving things, such as bionic kidneys and hearts, but these things cannot be carried. Qin sighed. While he was still pondering how to become an extraordinary person, someone had already started doing business. But he can't use this method now. If you want a physical transaction, it will inevitably expose your identity. Of course, you can also bring back technology directly with a USB drive, but which time traveler can access the core technology of the inner world? Maybe in the future, but there doesn't seem to be anyone like that now. Qin, up to now, has had a hard time accessing information from the outside world in that number 18 prison. The most important thing is still to maintain a good relationship with Li Shu. Wait, Qin suddenly realized that this mysterious organization is also buying mechanical limbs. A few days ago, a time traveler had just had both legs cut off, and now these people are offering sky-high prices, which may further encourage this kind of crime against time travelers. At this moment, Qingchen suddenly remembered the two unfamiliar men he saw in the yard when he came back from school. He silently walked to the window and opened a small slit in the curtains to look outside. However, the two people who were originally squatting outside were nowhere to be seen. Qingchen hesitated for only 3 seconds before immediately dialing 110, "Hello, this is number 12 building, number 4 Xingqiu Road. I found 2 suspicious men here at night. I think they have bad intentions." He hesitated because if he judged wrong, he would have made a false report. The female operator on the other end of the phone confirmed, "Are you at number 4 Xingqiu Road? Let me confirm with you again. You saw 2 strange men in the community." Before she finished speaking, Li Tongyin's scream suddenly came from upstairs. "Please come quickly, thank you." Qingchen hung up after speaking. He made the right judgment. These 2 men were here for Jiang Shui. When he passed by the 2 men earlier, they looked in 4 directions, and one of them was the window of Jiang Shui's house. Qingchen went to the kitchen and picked up the engineer's shovel he bought earlier. When he was about to go out, he hesitated again. He is just an ordinary 17-year-old student. He has seen death, but he is still an ordinary person. The other party is 2 adults or even more than 2. Can he handle it? With a click, Qingchen turned the doorknob and rushed out, holding a shovel. He wasn't a good person, he was selfish and indifferent to his classmates going crazy in prison number 18. But he couldn't just sit back and watch Li Tongyun, a child, fall victim to violence. At one point, he thought to himself that even if he had extraordinary abilities, without matching courage, the abilities would be useless. However, just as he opened the door, he saw a middle-aged man tumbling down the stairs. The man's arms were twisted irregularly, and he was unconscious on the slope of the stairs. A switchblade was scattered beside him. Looking up, Qingchen saw Jiang Shui, her face covered in blood, standing upstairs. Her white long-sleeved t-shirt was stained with blood. One of her sleeves was torn, revealing a mechanical arm glowing blue with intricate and powerful lines. Despite trembling all over, Jiang Shui's eyes were becoming resolute. The feeling of a mother protecting her daughter was beyond the understanding of ordinary people. At this moment, Jiang Shui had a different kind of charm, somewhat hardcore. Jiang Shui looked at Qingchen, then at the shovel in his hand, and finally said, "Thank you." She knew that Qingchen was here to help, and she must remember those who could lend a hand at such times. "Is there only one person?" Qingchen asked. "There was another one who ran away," Jiang Shui replied. "Does Xiaoyun have any problems?" Qingchen asked. "She's scared," Jiang Shui said. Qingchen frowned. "You take care of Xiaoyun first." After speaking, he rushed out of the corridor and saw a figure running wildly in the night. Jiang Shui wanted to stop him, but before she could speak, the boy had disappeared into the night. However, she suddenly realized that the other person was running in a different direction. Thank you for listening to this episode of the audio novel, The Hunter Beyond Space and Time. If you enjoy this channel, click subscribe to get more fascinating English audio novels. Don't forget to leave a comment, like, turn on notifications or share on social media below to let us know your thoughts. See you next time.